Hey guys, Chad back with yet another YouTube video, and this week we are winding down the series. This is the second to last break we're going to do of 1991 score hockey cards, and we are currently doing the Bilingual Series 1 versions of that. So without further ado, let's get into it and we'll chat as we go along. Got two boxes today, and we are in search of the Bobby Orr autograph cards from this series. As you know, if you watch the series at all, we have opened a bunch of boxes, and this puts us up around 30 boxes with all three series. And what we do is we're really not spending much time looking at the cards, as you know. We're kind of just ripping them open, feathering through, and we're trying to see if we can find Bobby Orr autograph cards. And with that being said, they are about one in about 50,000 packs. And I know we haven't opened 50,000 packs, but you never know. They could just pop up anywhere, and that is the luck of the draw, just like a lottery ticket and things of that nature. And for some reason, Morley is getting a little excited in the background. He's hoping we pull a Bobby Orr card. Morley, calm down. This is not your video, it's mine. Anyway, here we go, guys. Red borders, nice Brett Hull. Start things off. Hopefully that's a good sign. It's red and white borders. And again, if you're just tuning in for the first time on this, you will actually see a black border if we find any of the Bobby Orr cards, and that's including the autograph cards as well. They're pretty easy to spot as you're feathering through. And I have started sorting these out pretty regular and have not missed any, at least at this particular point to date. And if I ever happen to miss one, I would definitely let you know on the next video. But going slow enough that we can definitely notice some of the Hall of Fame names and stars of that era back in the 90s. And this set was a great set. I remember this distinctively back in the day, and used to love ripping these open. And again, didn't open tons of the foreign ones. I mostly opened the American ones, which are your purple border cards. Never did find a Bobby Orr card back then, so with this series it's definitely making up for it. And as we said yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last time we did the video, I can't even remember when we filmed some of these, but if you'd like to comment and have suggestions about future videos, we'd love to hear from you and see what we can manage. Somebody did suggest maybe doing Score Baseball in search of Mickey Mantle autographs, which is another great one to find. And as I said in the last video also, did find out that Bobby Orr does sign like through the mail and things of that nature, but honest to goodness, he charges $125 per autograph. And it really does actually depend on what you want signed. So where these boxes usually are $5 or less a piece, I mean, you can find a bulk deal like I did, which worked out to probably like $3 or $4 a box, depending on how much shipping charges. And if you do find these at a local card show, you should definitely grab them, because they're a fun rip. I mean, my goodness, even if you just gave the cards away, whoops, drop it back, they would be worth the fun just tearing through them and seeing what you can find. Okay, we're halfway through the first box. Let's see. But again, they had 3 sets this particular year. The American, which had 440 cards. They had 2 Canadian sets. They had the English version, which is all in English on the back. And they had this series, which is called Bilingual. Why they didn't call it just French, I don't know. But the back is in English and French. So kind of an interesting way to do it. There weren't really any other insert cards in this per se. There were insert cards, like if you bought like a blaster pack, I think they had like some rookies and things of that nature. So there's a full complete checklist of this series on Trading Card Database, which is a great site. If you haven't been there, you should go. For those of you who need checklists for collecting, which I definitely do sometimes, it's a lot of fun. Owen Nolan, great memory of him, and Cam Neely. Who could ever forget Cam? He is just one of the greats. Anyway, we're looking for the black border, and as I'm feathering through, you can kind of usually get a peek, although the last video we did, you know, that one kind of snuck up on me as I was chit-chatting away and feathering through the cards. Nice Ray Bork in there. Again, this set is just so neat because there is so many Hall of Famers and stars from the day. Well, that's box 1, so let's go get rolling with box number 2. And as usual, what I've done with these is I've snipped the tops off. I've tried it several ways over the video series, as you probably know, and this seems to be about the quickest way without tearing the pack individually as we do it. It's just a quicker rip. And I could go pack by pack, but that also slows us down, and we just kind of want to see what we get. Again, we've seen these cards so much now. By the time the series is done, we'll be well over 30 boxes of these cards that we've broken. And just the regular Bobby Orr card unautographed, there's quite a bit of them out there. There's a total of 6 in the series, and they run about they say every 3 to 4 boxes. I'm thinking it's more like 4 to 6 boxes, just based on what I've seen. There's a nice Gretzky right off the top. I think Gretzky's in this series, as well as Brett Hull, Mario Lemieux, a bunch of times. Award winners and all-star cards and all kind of stuff like that. So it would be nice to wind out the series pulling an autograph card, or at least pulling one more card that we need to have the whole series. That would be at least cool, or both. So again, this is the second to last video. We got one more week of this series, and again, I'm anxious to hear from you to see what you guys want to see on the next video series. Maybe we'll check into Score baseball or something else. I'd like to do some more baseball rips, but as a lot of channels right now have been saying, a lot of the old cards are getting more and more pricey because there are now less and less of them with all the YouTube channel breaks and things like that. So unless you can find a dealer who is just cleaning house and you buy out his wax, you might end up paying a little bit more for certain cards. There's a nice Ray Bork in there too. wind down the first half of the second box. Can't believe we're a box and a half into it. So we will rip this last stack and then feather through. And appreciate you guys watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this to my channel, and hit the notification buttons. That way every week when I'm doing this series or whatever the next series is, you'll get a notification and you can check out my video. And please comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. You guys have made some great suggestions. I also usually include my email in the description along with my eBay username, because a lot of times I'll just go ahead and list the cards that we get on eBay if any of you are interested. And of course I will always give a discount to any of my subscribers that are interested in purchasing anything that we're ripping here. So anyway, let's finish off this box. At first sight, I do not see any black border cards sneaking out the side, but it certainly doesn't mean anything until you get up on the card itself. Another Brett Hull, and again, Rod Langway. I'm just amazing amount of stars and stuff. And again, if you are into through the mail autographs, these are very cheap and affordable and really, really show nicely when you get these signed. Instead of spending a lot of money and sending an expensive card through the mail that you may never get back through the mail. That's the danger of sending your cards, is you may never get them back. They could get lost or stolen in the mail. Sending the cheap cards is definitely the easy and better thing to do. So here's the last stack, guys. Thought we would have hit one by now if we're going to hit it, but it could be in here. Another Ray Bork, and again, you see the same names over and over again because this is only 330 cards in this first series, so you see a lot of that. Well, we struck out, and that's too bad because we were really hoping to hit another one. But again, like, subscribe, comment, check out next week, which will be our last week doing this, and hopefully we'll pull an autograph. We got one more chance to do it. I don't think I'll be buying any more of these after that, so we'll see what happens with this series. Hopefully we'll get all the cards in it. But anyway, thanks for watching.